Alright, good evening everyone. Hello and welcome to the stream. This is going to be the premiere of Mad Max, the video game. It's going to be around an hour and a half to 2 hours of gameplay, depending on how it goes, depending on how much I'm liking it, depending on how I'm feeling. I'll be honest, I'm still kind of worn out these past few days because of my sickness. I haven't been getting as much sleep as I would like to because of my congestion and such. And so as I do these second streams, I'm starting to get pretty damn tired. So we'll see what happens. But tonight we're at least going to play about an hour and a half, if not more, of Mad Max. And don't worry, if you are watching tonight's stream, and you're like, wow, I like this game, I want to see Phil play more of it, it's going to be first stream tomorrow as well. Keep in mind I record all the gameplay. Keep in mind that this gameplay will be uploaded to DSPGaming, my YouTube channel, immediately following the end of the stream. So if you cannot watch live, you can check it out on demand, okay? Now, I will be playing this game along with Metal Gear Solid 5, at least for the next week. Directly dependent on your feedback, ladies and gentlemen. On what you say about the game, it'll determine if I play this more or less this week, or if I focus more on Metal Gear Solid 5, okay? Because coming up, this Thursday, the order of the games that I play will be determined by you. So if people are like, I want more Metal Gear Solid, then I'll do that first stream, this second stream, or vice versa this Thursday, depending on what people say, okay? So Mad Max, let's talk a little bit about it. It's a movie series. It actually started in the 1980s as a movie called The Road Warrior, and a lot of people don't know this, that the original movie in the series of Mad Max was not always called Mad Max. It was actually called The Road Warrior. And it starred a character who was called Mad Max, played by Mel Gibson. It's a story about a post-apocalyptic wasteland-like Earth, a la think Fallout, but not. And what I mean by that is think Fallout, but it's much further into the future. Civilization has crumbled even further. The buildings are pretty much completely gone. The Earth is almost completely a barren desert. And, everyone is really just turned into like a scavenger or a marauder. You know what the best thing, if you've ever seen the game Rage that came out a few years back from id Software, it's kind of like that kind of an idea. And they made several movies of this. I believe they made 3 of them. I saw The Road Warrior in the 1980s, and then they had a sequel. It was called Beyond Thunderdome. And that one was about Mad Max had run into this group of settlers who had like almost like a coliseum. Think like the Romans, how they used to have the Colosseum where gladiators would come out and fight each other. Only here it was a giant metal cage that would house, like, you know, dozens of people fighting to the death with weapons and stuff. And, pretty wild kind of a concept. And the movies were very popular back in the 1980s. But we haven't seen anything from Mad Max in quite some time. And then all of a sudden this year, Mad Max Fury Road came out. The movie, and apparently was very good. Now, I didn't see it. It actually just came out on demand today. So, actually, I think tonight, I'm going to try to play, or I'm going to try to watch the movie, and, I'm going to try to get an idea of what this game is about outside of just playing the game. I kind of want to watch, I want to watch the movie, because a lot of people told me earlier this year the movie was good. They were like, Phil, did you see this movie? Like, it's a surprise hit. People didn't think it would be good, and people love this movie, and I did not see it. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this damn thing to be on demand. I'll be honest with everyone, one thing I'm getting pretty pissed about is everything's digital release now, right? You can get any movie digitally on demand through your cable company, through Netflix, through whatever service you use. I actually use one called Amazon Prime, okay? Mad Max has been available for a month. Like, no lie, it's been available since early August, but only to purchase digitally, which means if you want to spend like $20, I'm not even lying, that's how much it is, it's around 20 bucks, you can get the movie digitally forever. So you never have to actually physically own the copy of the movie, but you can get it on demand through whatever service you buy it through permanently. You can always watch it on demand as long as it's available. And I am not a fan of that. And I would rather watch it on demand for $5, see if I like it, then if I like the movie, then I'll buy it digitally. But guess what? Can't do that It was only available for purchase for a month. Now, let me understand something. If I purchase the movie, I get it streaming through the internet on demand. If I rent the movie, I get it streaming through the internet on demand. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. So, obviously, it was available for rental for a month too, but they didn't want to make it available for rental. They only wanted to make it available for purchase for a month. So I wanted to watch this movie before I played the game, and I wasn't able to. So I apologize for that. If there's characters in this game right now that are in the movie, I won't know. I won't even recognize them or whatever. But once I see the movie, hopefully tonight, if everything goes correctly and everything goes according to plan, next time I play the game tomorrow, we'll get the references. Okay? Now, outside of the fact that this game apparently has a lot of vehicle combat, and that it's open world, I don't know much else about it. I kind of tried to stay away from all the press coverage of the game, because I didn't want to spoil myself. What I've been trying to do, quite honestly, for a lot of the new releases coming out this fall gaming season, is stay away from the media coverage. Because I find when you immerse yourself in the media coverage, two things happen. Number one, you spoil yourself on a lot of the stuff that may be a good surprise or something interesting about the game. And number two, you overhype yourself. You'll get too excited about stuff, and then when it comes out, it might end up not being as good as your expectations. I find that if I don't immerse myself with tons of information about every game I play, I don't have expectations. So a lot of the times, I'll go into a game not knowing what it's going to be, and I'll end up loving it. A perfect example of this was Until Dawn. Outside of the fact that I knew that this game Until Dawn was a choose-your-own-adventure style game, and with multiple outcomes, and it was survival horror, I knew nothing else about it. So when I played the game, I was very pleasantly surprised. I didn't even know how many characters were in it or anything, and I loved it. So that's kind of how I'm trying to approach a lot of games coming up this gaming season. Now, I apologize. Because as you can hear, I'm still sick. Yes, I am still sick. I still have a massive congestion in my head. I've been getting headaches and stuff from it, which sucks, and I'm still choking. I still got lots of issues going on, let's put it that way. Lots of issues going on. I get the feeling this is going to be going on all week. So if you are here joining me for the premiere of Mad Max, I apologize. You're going to have to hear me kind of suffer through it for the rest of the week, more than likely, until I'm back to 100%. I can tell you this, every day I am progressively feeling a lot better, and I think that once I get a normal night's sleep, hopefully tonight, and I'm back into a normal schedule of streaming, which I should be starting tomorrow, I think it's going to be a lot better, but I need to get through this nastiness, you know what I mean? So I apologize to everyone, you know, that I'm not going to be 100%, but I'm doing my best. Alright, I'm absolutely doing my best, and I hope that you're enjoying the coverage. I hope that if you haven't, you know, you'll check out the Metal Gear Solid 5 stuff that I've been doing for the past day. I hope you'll check out the second playthrough of Until Dawn that I did. I know a lot of people kind of let that one kind of go to the back burner, because I already did one playthrough of Until Dawn, but they don't realize how different that second playthrough is with all the deaths and the crazy different things that happen in it with the alternate choices. So, a lot of content, obviously, this week between Until Dawn, Metal Gear, and Mad Max. It could be overwhelming. You get caught up in so much, you know, oh, now I can't watch everything. It's okay. But, you know, at your leisure, I hope you'll come back and you'll check out my content when you get the chance. These playthroughs aren't going anywhere, right? And in that regard, I actually have some good news. It is official that as of tonight, all of the false copyright strikes that were filed against my YouTube channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, 2 weeks ago, by a piece of shit who basically submitted fan art and intros for my videos as a way to, months later, strike at me and give me false copyright strikes, even though he gave me permission to use all of his content. Those strikes are now cleared up. So in that regard, there's no issue whatsoever. The King of Hate Vlogs is now 100% in the clear, no strikes, nothing against it, great standing. And by the end of this week, the false copyright strikes that were filed against DSPGaming should also be cleared up. So, nothing but good news in that realm. All of this nonsense that we've had to put up with for the past 2 weeks is going to be cleared up, and it will be back to business as usual for this very busy hardcore gaming season, and I'm looking forward to it. I want to say thanks to those of you who have been patient with the inability to stream, the fact that there have been, unfortunately, some playthroughs. For example, Ask the King Part 1 of Ask the King of every episode this year is gone. And I can never show you, I can never put those up again. They're gone. Because this guy could claim them again. Same thing with all the pre-streams. Same thing with all of the stream archives. And unfortunately, at least for now, my Nintendo 3DS playthroughs from the past year. Yeah, I know, I spent all that money last year on a Nintendo 3DS that had capture capabilities. Did all these 3DS playthroughs. And I've been getting messages from people who are very upset. Saying, Phil, I was watching Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Phil, I was watching your Pokemon Omega Ruby playthrough. Phil, I was watching, you know, what was it? Majora's Mask. Zelda Majora's Mask. And, you know, now I can't watch it. And all I could say is, I'm sorry, you know. It obviously wasn't my intention to have to take down those videos. But because of all the nonsense, because YouTube's copyright system is a broken, automated piece of shit, and they're such a bunch of lily-livered cowards, they're so afraid of being sued by someone for copyright infringement that they basically shoot first and ask questions later. You are guilty until proven innocent. There's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Ugh, this is gross. I can't wait till this is over. I mean, I rarely get too badly sick, especially now with the life that I live. You know, mostly, I'll be honest, it's not like I'm a shut-in, because I do go out a couple times a week, but I don't go to an office and commute, and I'm not around people and kids and, you know, sickness all the time. So I only get sick at most maybe like once a year, seriously. So I hate suffering with this, and I apologize, I don't sound good, but we'll get through it, okay? So anyway, yeah, I apologize that some of these playthroughs have vanished. I really do, especially the one in particular that really fucking irks me is Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Because you guys know, if you watched that playthrough a year ago, it was actually a year ago when I was doing that playthrough, I put a ton of fucking effort into that playthrough, dude. I did every voice, and every voice sounded different, had different accents and stuff, British accents. I worked my fucking ass off in that playthrough. And now I don't know if I will ever be able to make it live again, because people have found this loophole on YouTube where they can just look at artwork of that's like, you know, that Nintendo drew and fucking false flag videos and say that I'm stealing Nintendo's artwork and get copyright strikes against me. It's insane. It really is insane. But that's because YouTube, like I said, they're a bunch of lily-livered shitheads who only care about themselves. And that's the bottom line. Google and YouTube only care about themselves. Even though YouTube is a website that was only successful because people willingly gave their content, their creative work for free to Google to make money on, Google doesn't care. They don't protect the user, the uploader, no one. All they care about is legally protecting themselves, and that's why I get all these false claims against me, which is bullshit. Okay? Really ridiculous. So anyway, it is what it is, everyone. You know, it's life. I'm moving on. But the good news is, by the end of this week, all the false copyright strikes should be gone. Can't use fan art anymore. As you see on the pre-stream, no fan art. Just going to be doing the dashboard of my consoles from now on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I'm going to move forward positively. I'm not going to dwell on it. After this week, I'm never going to fucking mention it again. And hopefully, you know, we'll be so immersed with new games and stuff, the next few months we won't give a shit anymore, right? We'll be back to business and we'll have fun. And that's what this is all about, having fun. Okay? So again, about an hour and a half to 2 hours of Mad Max tonight. Don't worry if you're like, oh man, it's not a lot. Tomorrow, first stream, I'm doing Mad Max. So, a guarantee of 4 to 5 hours of Mad Max coverage just within tonight and tomorrow. And then we'll see what happens, you know, later in the week. You know, depending on how people are liking the playthrough, if they want to see me play more of this or more of Metal Gear, we'll go from there. From what I'm understanding, this game, to go through it, is around anywhere from 12 to 16 hours, people are saying. If you rush through it, you can apparently beat it quickly, like 6 to 8 hours. But, you know, obviously I'm not going to rush through. I'm going to take my time and enjoy it. And, you know, so it might take, you know, playing this with Metal Gear, we'll see what happens. We'll see how long it takes to beat it, and, hopefully you enjoy it, okay? I really don't have too much else to say. The only thing I'll say is thank you to the thank you to the August patrons, those people who pledged to my Patreon in the month of August. That was awesome of you. The month is now ended, so now everyone is going to begin to be charged for their pledges. and those should go through within the next week. And then I'll be getting everyone their perks around the middle of September. Okay? And I'll get everyone up to speed and voting and stuff on the stuff for this month as soon as possible. As soon as humanly possible. Alright. What else? The only other thing I want to mention, I want to give a gratuitous plug here to my girlfriend Leanna, who has her own business called The Black Current. She does handmade glycerin soaps as well as wax tart melts. You can check out her website. I'm going to put a link in the IRC stream chat, okay, to how you can get to her shop online. I just put it into the IRC stream chat, so I hope you'll check it out. It's www.etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrent, spelled CURRANT. And as of today, she has launched her new fall line of products. A brand new line of products, including 10 new scents catered to the fall. And she's very proud of this. The first time since she opened the business in February that she's launching a brand new product line. Her business has done very well this year. She's had over 80 orders and nothing but positive feedback from customers. She ships internationally outside of the United States. So check out the shop. Give it a look. And, you know, it might not necessarily be for you. Maybe it is. Maybe you're looking for some soap. I don't know. Or some nice wax tart melts to make your house smell good. Even if you're not, they're great gifts. And, you know, obviously gratuitous plug because, you know, I want her business to do as well as I do with mine. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Okay? Alright, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching the pre-stream. We're going to get started right now with the premiere of Mad Max. I appreciate you being here tonight. Let's get started with gameplay.